Okay, so this weekend I got to see an early preview of a much anticipated summer movie that everyone is just so excited for. Of course, that movie is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, the much anticipated sequel to the third. No, this is the fourth Diary of a Wimpy Kid film, the sequel to the. Yeah, I was right the first time, but we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. But what's that? A new cast? Fucking outrage, you know? So the cast is now too old to play the characters from this movie. And we have a whole new set of characters. I mean, they could have just recast the kids and kept the adults. It didn't really matter. But anyway, the controversy behind the recasting, especially of everyone's favourite character, Rodrick, is, something that could have dragged this movie down, and did it? Well, it wasn't really possible because this movie dragged itself down so many times. But, let's just remember Devon Bostick is the superior Rodrick and always will be. Hashtag not my Rodrick. Get that trending again, because this movie really shows us why the new Rodrick sucks and why the movie just sucks in general. I mean, the dude that played Rodrick to begin with, I mean, let's start with the new cast, and he is the main focus here because he is the worst part of this movie by far. He's one of those typical, oh, I hate you, Mom, I hate you so much, and it's just like, oh, I can't even deal with this. I mean, the new Greg's fine, I suppose. He's just a kid. I can't really fault him. He did what he had to do. But the parents are just so, they're so forced. Everything's so forced about this film. I mean, they cast Alicia Silverstone. I haven't seen her in a movie since Batman and Robin. And, well, this movie isn't going to be reviving her career because it's not as bad as Batman and Robin, because this movie didn't really affect me, is what I'm trying to say. With Batman and Robin, I'm a huge Batman fan. I love Batman, and that movie was like a huge middle finger to Batman. With this, it's like, it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I can't really be offended by it, but at the same time, it really does suck. I mean, the jokes in this movie don't really work. Okay, so the plot is, and this is a fucking ridiculous plot. Greg Heffley, the main character of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid franchise, is going on a road trip with his family after he embarrasses himself on the internet by wearing a nappy, or as they call it, a diaper on his hands, and he becomes an internet sensation, but he actually wants to become an internet sensation for another reason, so he finds this YouTuber, and he's like, oh, this guy's at Gamescom, let's go to Gamescom and meet this YouTube celebrity who probably gives a shit about me, right? And then they go on a road trip to this grandma's party and try and end up at this Gamescom, and of course shenanigans ensue, and it's supposed to be hilarious, and it's not. But the thing is, I saw this movie, and there were quite a lot of children in this screening that this movie is obviously aimed for, and they were having a good time. They were laughing quite a lot. So I guess it appeals to its target, but at the same time, it has so much in it that's inappropriate for children, or that's gross, and it's like, okay, should they be watching this though? And it's like, and it's not going to appeal to us because we're grown-ass adults, and we're like, well, this was our movie like 10 to 15 years ago, so I guess it doesn't matter to us now. I mean, there's one heartwarming scene in this movie that I actually felt, oh, that's really cute, and that's a scene involving a pig, but other than that, there's nothing in this movie that really does work. I mean, the plot's stupid, the shenanigans are stupid, it's really gross. There's a lot of poop and fart and puke jokes. I mean, there's this one really fucking disgusting scene where Not My Rodrick is on like this spinner thing. You know them spinners at the carnival? They end up at a carnival. I can't remember why. I think they just go there because it's like, oh, this is on the way, let's go here, it'll be funny for some shenanigans. So yeah, they go to this carnival and Not My Rodrick pukes in its slow motion, and you're thinking, I'm sure they filmed this in 3D and this was supposed to be in 3D, but it goes like in the air and onto this big fat bald guy. No, not a big fat bald guy, a big fat bearded guy in his face, and it's like, oh my fucking Christ, is this what we've come to? And then there's the scene in the car where the pig does a poo and he starts farting, and it's really loud and it's really gross, and it's just like, is this what children's films have come to? Because I'm not gonna lie, the other Diary of a Wimpy Kid films, they're not good films because they're not my sort of film, but I feel like they're good films for children to watch, and they're not films that you can sit and hate yourself for watching. I mean, you don't have to enjoy them, but when you're watching them, it's not like you want to be constantly killing yourself if your kid wants to watch it. So I don't really have a problem with those movies, but this one, it is a drag. It's called The Long Haul, and you know that it's gonna be a long haul. This movie feels longer than it is. I mean, I felt like it had ended a couple of times, and I've said that about a few movies, but never about a kids movie. Kids movies usually happen really fast. You know, we had like The Boss Baby and stuff like that. Another film that I got an advanced screening for. Oh, I'm having the best of luck with advanced screenings this year. But yeah, this movie does drag, and I think that the father, oh my god, he was terrible, and Alicia Silverstone as the mother, they didn't have chemistry. But the thing that got me was like, you're complaining about not my Rodrick. Where's my Steve Zahn? That's not my Steve Zahn. I want Steve Zahn back because this guy fucking sucks. But anyway, yeah, this movie was really bogged down by plot that was unnecessary. Like, these Diary of a Wimpy Kid films don't really have a plot. It's just following this kid's life and his diary. And I feel like they would have been better as animated movies. I don't know. I mean, the animations are really good, genuinely, in these films. Like, the opening titles have animations where it looks like it's written out of a diary. And I actually think they're pretty good. If the movie was done like that, I think it probably would have been better. But anyway, the cast they got for this was entirely wrong, apart from the main kid, because he's just a kid and he plays a kid and he does fine at playing a kid. If he gets more movie roles, then that's great, because I feel like he probably deserves it more out of any of the cast in this film. But overall, this movie's not really worth seeing. I mean, if you want to go and see it, then be it on your head. You're probably not going to enjoy it unless you really, really like fart, poop and vomit. But, you know, I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to say it's good, because it's really not. But at the same time, it's not a movie that made me fill with anger and made me think, oh, this movie really sucks, I hate it so much. Because it just doesn't have enough in there for me to say that. It's just a movie. So this movie's going to be forgettable, probably won't make any money. It was unnecessary to make a fourth without the original cast. I mean, the movies weren't good to begin with, but you know, they've got worse. This is definitely worst of the franchise, if you can believe that. So if you've seen Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, why don't we start a petition for the next Diary of a Wimpy Kid to get Devon Bostick back, because we need him. We need our Rodrick. Hashtag not my Rodrick. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.